I bought the sketchiest consoles from GameStop that I could find. In this video, we're going to unbox them, test them out, tear them down, and see if we got scammed. Alright guys, so here's the packing slip, and as you can see, I bought a backwards compatible 80 gig PS3 for under $100, which is kind of wild. Let's go ahead and take the box out and see what's inside. Alright guys, small box is out. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. I am excited, scared at the same time. And we do have a phat PS3 there, okay. We also have our controller here, which hey, looks pretty good at first glance. Joystick, that's a little bit sticky. Why is everything from GameStop always sticky? But yeah, other than that, it doesn't look bad. Put that to the side, and let's go ahead and see what else is in here. We also got all of our cords. Looks like they actually gave me the correct cords. Wow, no they didn't. The power cord is wrong. Every time, dude, what? Come on, man. Power cord is wrong. Let's go ahead and take this console out of the box and see if it's actually backwards compatible. Oh, yes, I think it is. Okay, so they didn't actually claim this as backwards compatible, but they said it had 4 USB ports. And as you can see, 4 USB ports here. And if you guys are familiar, basically if you have 4 USB ports on a PS3, it has to be backwards compatible. That's just the specific motherboard is backwards compatible. It's taking a closer look at this thing. It looks really bad on the top. But yeah, as you can see, it's just like tons of, I guess, bubble wrap marks on it. Lots of scratches. I actually I don't know if those are magic eraser marks. Maybe they are. I think there's a little bit of magic eraser, but let's go ahead and flip to the back and see what model we have here. And it is a CECH EO1. Oh, it's the MG, so it's the Metal Gear Solid Edition, which doesn't really change anything. But that's kind of interesting to see. Honestly, I'm surprised I actually got a backwards compatible console here for under $100. But we'll put that to the side. And like I said, I have one more console to unbox here, so let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so next console here is also $95, but it's a 2 USB port edition, so it shouldn't be backwards compatible. But let's open it up and see what's inside. All right, so first things first, we got a controller here. Wow, that actually looks like a really good controller. We've also got the correct charging cord. We have an HDMI cable, and we have the wrong power cable again. What is going on here? Dude, this is the third console out of the last 4 consoles I've had from GameStop that gave me the wrong power cable. Like, it's really not that hard. You just look at the back of the console, like, it's not that hard, guys. But let's go ahead and take this console out, see what it looks like. And right off the bat, it definitely appears to be a non-backwards compatible edition. Now this one's got some pretty bad scratches on it. It looks like magic eraser. Of course, you got all your your marks on top from the bubble wrap. And the warranty seal is gone. And flipping to the back, let's see which model we have here. So we have a CECH L01, so that is what I expected. I expected a 2 USB port model that's not backwards compatible, but for some reason, it's the exact same price as the backwards compatible model. So I don't know what's going on there, but other than that, yeah, wait, there's yeah, definitely some bad magic eraser scratches on there. The outside is not as bad as I thought it would be. They clearly cleaned it off with something. It's got some sort of, I don't know, it just feels smooth, like they wiped it down, but it's also got this weird residue that it's left on it, just GameStop stuff. But let's go ahead and we'll plug into the backwards compatible model, turn it on, and see if it works. So console's plugged in, and one other thing I didn't point out earlier is that the warranty seal on the backwards compatible model is actually not intact, which means that maybe they opened it up and cleaned it out. I'm not putting my bets on it, but maybe they did. But let's go ahead and try to turn it on, see if it works. 3, 2, 1, we got life. Okay, that's a good sign. Any disc inside? Nope. All right, guys, well, console turned on. I got it was factory reset, so I got the whole setup process done. And man, this thing is quiet so far. Like I feel a little bit of heat coming out, so I think the fan is on, but I like can barely hear the fan. It's so quiet, which is strange on these backwards compatible models. Now let's go ahead and just check which firmware version we're on first. All right, 4.70, which is not super recent. Let's go ahead and start with the game here first. We're gonna just go ahead and start with the PS3 game, which is The Last of Us, which is kind of just a PS3 game that's known to push PS3s to the limit. So let's go ahead and put this in, install it, start it up, and see what it does. So we finally got this game updated, and the fan is ramped up like a tiny bit, but honestly still not ramped up at all, hardly, which is really surprising for a PS2 this old. Maybe they refurbished it, maybe they replaced thermal paste, maybe they delidded it. I don't know, man. We'll find out here in a few minutes, but let's go ahead and play The Last of Us for a little while and make sure this thing keeps running. All right, guys, I've been playing for like 15 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty impressed with this PS3. It's again, it's ramped up maybe twice, but yeah, let's go ahead and turn this game off. Let's go ahead and put a PS2 game in and make sure this thing is actually backwards compatible. So guys, here we are. I got Midnight Club 2 for the PS2 booted up. No issues at all. The fans are not ramped up at all. So man, this console is actually good to go. We'll open it up a little bit later. But let's go ahead and turn this thing off and turn on the other console and see if that one works. So as a gamer, one of the primary ways you probably like to express yourself is through your video game collection, right? I mean, me personally, I always like to show off my cool collection of custom portable consoles. But maybe that's not the only way you want to express yourself, and that's why I want to introduce GentleBands to you, as they are the sponsor of today's video. So GentleBands is a company that crafts reimagined rings and chains for men, and hey, you might be thinking, why do I need a ring from these guys? I mean, I can just buy a ring from, just about anywhere. Well, let me tell you, these guys have some very unique rings, starting with the Iron Will, which is the ring that I personally have. Now the iron wheel is forged from a sleeve of tungsten carbide with an inlay of genuine ironwood, which are two materials known for standing the test of time. Now this really resonates with me because not only do I treat my video game consoles in a manner that results in them standing the test of time, but I try to treat everything in my life in a manner that really cultivates this long-term durability and commitment. And oh yeah, did I mention this ring looks pretty sick with the red ironwood inlay. But what if you don't want to wear a ring? You know, maybe you do a lot of hands-on work and a ring would get in your way. Well, lucky for you, GentleBands offers this chain as an alternative solution. And not only does GentleBands have quality rings and chains, but they're also offering a free engraving service at this time. So what are you guys waiting for? If you want to check out the GentleBands rings and chains, hit that link down below and use the code JACOBR for 25% off. So guys, I got the second console plugged in and turned on. It is working so far. You can see it's factory reset, console's connected up, or controller's connected up. And by the way, controllers have actually been really good so far. All right, not sure what's going on, but I just have a black screen right now. It just randomly happened. It was going pretty well so far between these two consoles. Let's go ahead and try to turn this one off and back on and see if it works. Oh, okay, so here I'm having some issues. So I think the controller is jacked up because, as you can see, it's just like scrolling through stuff randomly. I think that's why I was having some issues earlier. Okay, let me just get to this main menu and then we'll test it out some more. All right, on the main menu now, and it definitely did not switch to HDMI, which it was supposed to. Let me try to do that one more time here. There we go. Now it's showing 1080p. Yes. Now it's working. I don't know what was going on in that main startup screen, but I just did not want to do anything properly. But here we are on the main screen now. The fan is definitely on, blowing out some cold air so far. Let's go ahead and start with our PS3 game. Actually, yeah, we'll start with the PS3 game. Put it in, boot it up, see if it works. So guys, I've been playing The Last of Us on this console for about 15 minutes now, same as the last one, and we're in a cutscene right now, but this console kind of the same as the other one where it's running pretty well. Hey man, two PS3s from GameStop that are actually working, surprising. But let's go ahead and turn both these things off, open them up, and see what the inside looks like. Now, real quick before you open up the PS3s, I want to show you the whole GameStop PS3 pricing situation because it's really weird. First of all, this is the first console I bought in this video, so it's the 80 gig model, 4 USB ports, which means it has to be backwards compatible. But then you go down to the features and it actually says it's not backwards compatible, which is just wrong. And it's only listed for $95, which is like less than half a market value for this console, so very strange. And next up, we go to the second console I bought in this video, which is also an 80 gig PS3, but it's the non-backwards compatible model because it has 2 USB ports listed for the same price. So like this is a normal price, but the backwards compatible one is way cheap. Now next up, we have a 60 gig model that they actually do call backwards compatible, listed for even less at $85. I mean, this is like a third of market value. And oh yeah, down here it still says not backwards compatible. So now they're contradicting themselves multiple times. Just doesn't make sense. Pricing is weird. Is this price from 2011? I don't know. And then last but not least, probably the weirdest one is a 12 gigabyte model, phat PS3. And if you look at it, it's got the black bar instead of silver. So it's like this is the OG model that is backwards compatible, but it says not backwards compatible down here. I don't know what's going on with their system. Everything's wrong. Go check it out for yourself. It's weird. So guys, we'll start here by opening up the backwards compatible PS3 and checking out the inside. So first of all, like I mentioned earlier, as you can notice, there is no warranty seal, so somebody has definitely opened this console up at some point in time. Now, first thing I'll check is the hard drive, and wow, that is actually, okay, so this part's a little bit dirty, but usually when you open up the hard drive bay, it's a pretty good indicator as if the console's been cleaned on the inside or not, because people don't think about opening up the hard drive bay and blowing it out or whatever. So it actually, yeah, it looks pretty clean in there. We'll go ahead and break it down some more, check out the inside, and see if it's dirty or not. All right, guys, time for the first reveal. Got the top piece unscrewed here, and oops, something just fell out. But wow, yeah, this thing is actually, well, okay, hold on. Let me show you the top here. So this part is pretty dusty and dirty. So I don't know, like this is strange. Like this part right here actually looks fairly clean, almost as if they opened it up and blew it out, because there's like a tiny layer of dust and grime in here, but not much. Like usually PS3s get really dirty on the inside. This one is not bad at all. This top piece right here though is just like kind of caked in a bit of, I don't know, dust and grime and stuff. So it's like they opened it up and blew out this portion, but forgot about that part. Now something else interesting here is it says accepted by 26-6-12. So I'm guessing that was June 26, 2012. They maybe replaced the disk drive. Not quite sure, but let's keep going down a bit further. So guys, I got the rest of the components and more screws out here, and we're gonna kind of get down to the part that actually usually gets really dirty, and that's, wow. Hey, it's not bad. There's definitely some dust and grime in that fan and here in the bottom. But if you guys remember the Desert PS3 from DK Oldies, this thing was like a desert down here. This one is just kind of like a beach maybe. Not quite as bad. And oh, great, we have another broken post. I love how posts just break all the time in PS3s. Oh, this one too. Nice, awesome. Got that brittle plastic. Eventually we're gonna hit the days when the PS3 just like all the posts break in, 15, 20 years. But let's go ahead and break this down some more, get down to the thermal paste, and see if they did anything there. Okay, so this is interesting. Somebody definitely did something in here at some point because there are 2 black dots on the 2 chips, which is not there from factory from what I remember. So somebody definitely did something to the chips at some point. Oh, and did they add some extra pads in here? Okay, so we have, what is this? I don't think I've ever seen that before. This is definitely just like an extra little thermal pad that somebody added at some point. It's a little bubbled up, I guess, from getting so hot maybe. And this chip right here looks a little bit gross, but not bad. All right, here we go. Got this popped off, and nope, definitely did not do anything here. So we still got a bunch of dust and dirt caked around the chips here. Definitely the same thermal paste as from factory. Yeah, so this is strange. So this console was actually good, but GameStop definitely did not refurbish it in any capacity because it was still dirty inside. Thermal paste is still there. Let's go ahead and move on to the next console that was actually overpriced. Now on to the next PS3, and you can tell right off the bat that kind of the side of the console is a bit dirtier. But again, the hard drive bay is pretty clean. Even the hard drive bay door is clean. But let's go ahead and take out all these screws on the top and open it up and see what it looks like on the inside. All right, it's time for the reveal here. And hold on, this one's like actually clean. I don't know, that's a very small amount of dust. And this one, of course, looks it just looks like much simpler inside. Of course, you don't have your PS2 components. You don't have the card reader on the front. And yeah, I mean, it looks not bad at all. All right, guys, I got this console pretty much opened all the way up now. And I think I can get to the chips. I think I heard them pop off a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this flips over, and yeah, still the same OG thermal paste. And there's where we get a little bit dirtier. You can see kind of like smoke or dirt and dust down in here. Ooh, especially down on this side. Ugh, that side looks actually pretty bad. And this is where PS3s in general get really dirty, is underneath, because they just collect tons of dust there. People don't know or don't think about opening it up that far and cleaning it out. Of course, being refurbished, it should be cleaned out that much, but GameStop, we really did not expect it to be cleaned out or anything. So let me know down below what you guys think about these consoles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.